And with another video of Battlefield 1, and today we are actually going to be continuing the War Story series. This time we will be playing as Clyde Blackburn in the Allied position of the Western Front, which is pretty much going to be an all-out assault on the fields of no man's land during World War I and World War II, but pretty much mostly World War I here. What you are looking at is an attack plane called the Bristol. What the Bristol has is basically it's got guns on it and can drop some bombs as well. Let's also say it has a rear gunner and also it has a pilot. That's about it. As you can see, that guy right there who was just talking was actually Clyde Blackburn's pilot, or the original guy who was his general. Sorry guys,
everything would have been perfect had I.
Then Blackburn right here is the guy driving on the front. Right there is Wilson, which is his rear gunner. So today we're gonna be flying in the Alpine mountain range for a couple test flights, or most of just one actually. Right there is our ally. That's where we're gonna get to. And basically, this whole event takes place in the World War I's history of the Western Front, which separates no man's land and Britain from Austria-Hungarian Empire. So please leave comments below. I'm leave push to the side as well, and subscribe to my channel, Exit Gaming or anything. So I'm leave likes and views below as well, and I will get to you guys in the next video.
Now let's get a feel for the yoke. Stay close on his tail. All right, keep this distance.
What? 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 No way! But let's also not forget this, guys. There are also three types of fighting planes back then during World War I and World War II. There was bombers, attacks, and then you got fighters as well. Fighters were just single piloted. Bombers were one piloted with rear and front gunner, and then you have a attack plane which only has one pilot and one rear gunner. Also, the British tank Mark V was also armed with machine guns as well, cannons, and rear and front gunner position for the driver. Also, let's not forget that the Germans did have a heavily armored tank called the Flammpanzer. Alright, I guess. Alright, there's the guy. So the Flammpanzer actually had it was basically a heavy armored tank that had flamethrowers and a bunch of heavy duty guns in it that actually could do a lot more damage than the Mark V. Mark V is actually, I'm going to show you that in the next episode, which will actually be after these three missions. First mission in this is we are going to bomb no man's land, aka the Western Front. And then we're going to, first we gotta get this done, then we're gonna go to the Western Front, bomb no man's land, and then we are going to go to the Amiens, which is what I brought up yesterday. And we're going to save Great Britain from the massive bombing raid, from the 56 of them that were actually used by the Germans to bring fear into Britain's eyes. And let's also not forget that that was actually the bombing squadron was actually not an airplane. It was a Led Zeppelin called the I don't remember the name, but let's just say there was basically a giant blimp that had a lot of helium in it that can make it float on the inside. Right there is no man's land. I actually know what it is, and that's the Western Front separation right there. But we're going to show you guys no man's land in about a couple of minutes, so just hang in there and just stay with me on this. Also, I will not be freaking tolerating any of you. If there's any gals out there who are freaking flirting with me lately, it will not happen. I'm telling you, I'm already taken. I'm a boy, okay? Okay? End of story. I have a girlfriend. I go to high school with her. I don't need a freaking 22-year-old girl messaging me, so thank you very much. Right here, these are actually spy blimps. The enemy or the ally would deploy them during World War I or World War II. see the action.
Targets.
So now the Bristol is actually armed with the machine guns and also Lewis gun in the back, and also has a machine gun as well. 2 of them, which actually aim into one sight. So these, as you can see, obviously you should already know the answer to this.
That's the last one.
What are the missiles used for? You guessed it, ground targets.
Why does George Rackham, son of the 4th Earl of Windsor, sound like an American?
I pick up accents easily. Probably be speaking French by the time we got to Jerry's beat.
I see.
You're a very suspicious man, Wilson. Has anyone ever told you that?
And this is actually a perfect example of a fighter plane. These were actually used by the Red Baron.
We shoot him
And
down.
amazing, he was actually a German who shot down over 56 planes during World War II and was highly awarded for Hitler's best pilots. These right here are actually triple-winged planes. The reason why is because I believe that it is something to do with like the turn-in accuracy or whatever. But if you guys, alright. So if you guys think about it, I mean, these things may be small, but they go really fast.
Come on, Jerry. Come and get it.
Bloody hell! You got it! You got it!
Yeah. Come on, boys. Who's next? You all right back there?
I've been better! Looks like there's only one left!
These guys are retards, man. Why would you fly into your own freaking friend, right? Why would you do it? Press the aim control to zoom your view. I know how to drive. Thank you.
What the?
Jerry's playing for keeps. Hold on.
Bloody hell, this is really bloody dangerous!
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Of course it's dangerous.
Move, move! Look for the debris!
Another one. We keeping count, Wilson?
Whatever gets us back on the ground quickest! Looks like there's only one left!
And actually, Clyde Blackburn was not British. He actually was an American pilot who actually lied and cheated his way halfway across the Western Front.
Giving her the gun might have thrown something off!
And yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on Sunday this week, which will be the day I might go fishing. I'm not going to go fishing for striped bass. I'm actually going to go for bluefish or whatever. So,
More
big
cherries!
disappointment. I mean, I eventually am going to go fishing for striped bass on a party boat out of Belmar, New Jersey. So that I don't think I'll be able to record because I don't want to lose my phone. And I don't have a GoPro.
Friendly hit! He's going down! You got it! You got it!
Yeah. Come on, boys. Who's next?
That's one down!
How retarded are these guys? I mean, really? I'm on your side. Yeah, I may be an American pilot, but guess what? You don't gotta ram into me. Where'd you get your pilot license from? Oh, I know. I got it from Barnes and Unstable.
More Jerry's!
I see him! Hang on to your knickers!
Put that in your pipe and smoke it!
Too easy.
Heavy hit! Going down! That's one down!
Last man's going to no man's land. He ain't going nowhere.
You got it! Where do you think he's going?
That way. We're going after him.
This is actually no man's land right here, guys. What you are going to see right now is Hitler's fortress on the Western Front, used in World War I to hide the ammunition that he had, and also had pretty much all trenches down there.
Pull up! Pull up!
This is actually armed with artillery cannons, Air Force guns, field ordnance guns. Oh no, he's not using the Lewis gun. Oh wait, yeah, he is. He's using the Lewis. Then there was anti-aircraft guns from trucks and also whatever it could have. Pretty much heavily armed, and it had tanks too. And yeah, these places, they're not fake, they're actually real.
That's how we accidentally discovered where Germans were keeping their munitions for half the Western Front. And Wilson's picture will help HQ launch a major assault.
So right to the left is
There was just
Wilson,
one problem.
which is a British guy. And right here with the blue scarf, the solid is Clyde Blackburn.
Be there. When the commander sees these pictures, he won't
This is
care.
Clyde Blackburn right
You
here.
did a great thing.
This guy's
Do it
Wilson.
again.
That's Clyde.
I'll make you a deal. If we pile up on this, then you need to promise me that you'll get me back in one piece.
Sure thing.
Promise. I need your word.
Okay, I promise.
Stay here. And don't cause any trouble.
You know, I did like the guy. But he was kind of naive.
Sir, you might want to take a look at these.
Saints alive, your man must be
One hell of a pilot. Before we knew it, we were back in the air. Our mission? To clear the way for the bombers.
That's
so
the
they could
fortress
blow that
itself right here.
fortress
This is
all
no
to
man's
hell.
land, what you guys are
First,
looking
we
at
have to
right now.
down the barrage blimps. Jesus, imagine being a lookout on a blimp.
All that trees right there is no man's land, and also
Next,
those ruins are
We
too.
have to deal with their anti-aircraft trucks. The assault was already in full swing when we got there. We'd have to deal with all those defenses, then escort our bombers to their target when they arrived. Tall order. But victory here could change the course of the whole damn war, they said. Safe to say, Wilson was less than thrilled.
Now we're actually doing this, it feels really dangerous!
Trust me. And buckle yourself in, maybe.
Down those flips! Clear the way for our bombers!
Easy enough. Watch my back.
Good night, Vienna! Black guns taking position below!
I see them.
Let's put them out of action, quickly! Jericho got our tail!
How do you like that, blockhead?
That's one less to worry about!
I could have nailed that. Oh man, yo, I pulled that thing up.
We have anti-air taking positions below! Those trucks will wreak havoc on our bombers! Bloody hell!
Just a scratch.
A scratch! It nearly took my bloody head off! We've lost the bomber! They have to make it to the fortress or this mission is bust!
I know.
Right down!
See? I told you I'd take care of you. See that?
Yep, we got him! Lead kite's taking a dive! What a belter!
Fortress is taking a pounding. Not much left of it now.
More bombers will be heading in soon!
Yeah, fighters are swarming in.
Got him! Still more anti-air out there!
So just so we can know defenses, I'm just gonna take out the artillery right now, guys. Oh. Oh. Alright. 1889. Yeah, World War I never took that year. No.
We have anti-air taking positions below! Those troops will wreak havoc on our bombers! Jerry's got us in sight!
Hold tight. Won't be melodramatic.
Taking fire!
Just a scratch.
A scratch! He nearly took
Hold
my
on, guys.
bloody head off!
What?
Hold on.
Fight it down! Bingo! Bombs on target!
We've hit them hard, but the fortress is still standing. We need to keep up.
More bombers will be heading in soon!
Yeah, and fighters are swarming in.
AA trucks are still down there! Peel off when you can and let's knock them out!
go.
Yes!
We got it. We dropped the barrage.
Hang on!
Give me a second, guys. Hold on.
The bird was busted. She buried her nose in no man's land a half-mile due west of where I went down. Wilson, the poor sap, didn't make it out. That was his bad luck. I had more pressing problems.
Nicht schon wieder.
Now here's where the real action happens, guys.
I'm just gonna say I've had plenty of practice moving quietly. Out the back of bars, bedroom windows, you don't need the details. Anyway, once those Germans were gone, I put my skills to work, heading west towards the British front, quiet as an alley cat. Between me and the British front were German trenches and German guns. Oh, and half the population of Berlin, all spoiling for a fight.
Here comes the bride, all dressed in white.
Lucky day. The Brits must have been sitting down for tea and crumpets instead of shelling the Germans. Still, I had to get through to our side of the line before those guns started up again.
Eat your schnitzel, you German swine.
Those trenches were packed full of the Kaiser's finest. But hopefully, most of them would be looking for trouble coming the other way. Hopefully.
Versucht es von der Seite! Weiter von...
These guys are stick grenades right here. Come on, show up. I can kill you all.
Dozen German machine guns at my back kinda encouraged me to keep my head down. No Man's Land was a maze of barbed wire, dead bodies, and debris. But I held my course. Did anything survive the crash that might be useful?
Wilson, we're in no man's land. We need to go now.
I can't get up.
Shit.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
Well, you promised to get me back in one piece.
Just keep it down.
What about medals? What about being heroes?
I'm no hero.
But you gave me your word. Your bleeding word. So either you're a decent bloke who's gonna help me, or you're a lying, no good bastard who'll look me in the eye and finish it. Ah! Come on! Which is it? Put your cards on the table, Blackburn. You're not George Rackham, are you? Son of the fourth bloody Earl of Windsor. How naive do you think I am? Ah!
Let's get out of here.
Oh my god. Oh.
The guy was losing a lot of blood.
God almighty! Voices. Jerry raiding party.
The Germans aren't really known for giving up. They did everything they could to catch us.
May fall from grace.
MGs are trained. They shoot anything.
Mark 5.
I'll put this one thing. We Germans. We made it!
Alright guys, we'll be right back. Hold on.
Wilson said I was a no-good, lying son of a bitch. I brought him home because I think he's probably right. And I hate that fact more than I can tell you.
This guy's a bloody hero.
No, he's nothing of the sort. He's a cheat, a thief, and a liar. And he'll answer for his crimes. That's right, Blackburn.
Sorry guys for the interruption. So here you are, you're on one of the British Navy ships. And the Amiens, or Amiens I should say.
I'm gonna speak up for you, you know, at the court-martial. It might do you some
I doubt
good.
it, but thanks.
Wilson, with me, I need a gunner.
Over here! I'll do it! Rackham, let me help!
You don't deserve to fly.
Your life came to an end.
Wilson! If I'm gonna die up there.
Come on, let's do this.
You sure you don't want to sit this one out?
Not a chance.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
You owe me a bloody medal.
All right, I got this. Are you with me?
Of course I'm bloody with you. Fighters on their way. I'll cover our tail. Incoming! Incoming!
Bring on the medals!
Watch it! One down! No, no, no! They're clipped! One for the king! That was some bloody good flying!
Well, it'll make for one
That ain't
hell of a
it.
story. Ah, shit. Bombers incoming!
Oh, Hofka Squadron.
The bombers are the threat! We have to take them down!
I'm gonna max the throttle and dive so the gunners can't hit us. Hold on!
Enemy triplane turning in on us!
coming! Jesus Christ! That's just great! One double left! Roll in on him! We're hit!
I know.
Whoa. We got trouble.
Oh no! Don't you be getting any ideas!
You did say you wanted a medal, didn't you?
Blasted airship will be over London soon! He's got position on us!
Holy crap.
Just like that!
Heads up! Heads up! That's one to me.
Check out their planes. We won't go to work.
That's it!
He's done.
This whole thing's gonna go up like a Roman candle!
Yeah, I know. And that's the best part about it.
We're hit!
We're going in.
Too close! Too close!
AA gun. Hold tight.
Where are you taking us?
Here we go, guys.
Come on, Fritz. Come on. Ha-ha!
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Big mouth Blackburn.
You okay?
I'm okay. We need to take out that flak gun.
Okay! I've got your back!
All right, we gotta get up there.
Don't look down, alright?
All right,
Just don't bloody look down!
we gotta get the flak gun.
This is madness! That gun is knocking 7 shades out of our lot! We have to grab it!
I can't really see it. Just straight ahead. Whoa!
Careful!
They're firing at us from everywhere.
Don't stay out here! Keep moving!
Come on, let's do this together.
I see him! He's over there!
That's the guy.
Oh crap. Now this is the inside of the airship right here, what we're in. We are practically inside the locations of the helium that is actually in
Find a way
there.
back up top! I'll head around to
Which
the
actually
front
this is actually flammable.
Okay, I got this. Man,
I mean, these containers that can't blow up, but there are other ones that can. You had an MG4 up here.
Keep him busy!
That's 2 ships down, make it 3 in about a minute.
Wow. What the hell? Wilson,
3,
gotta go.
2, 1, 0.
That's my story. A selfish man who risked his own life to save another, and in doing so, found he was saved himself. Things get mixed up in wartime, though, and you'll probably hear other versions. A rogue pilot who stole a plane, who killed his buddy, then lied, cheated, and murdered his way across half the Western Front, only to escape court-martial in the chaos of an air raid. Don't listen to any of that. What you heard from me is the truth. I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't.
Would I?
Would I?
Thank you guys for joining me on another Battlefield 1 today episode of War Stories. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of War Stories with Clyde Blackburn on Friends in High Places. Leave comments below, subscribe to my channel at Exotic Gaming or Anthony Soika, and also leave likes and also view this video as much as you want. Be supportive as well, and I will also start making merchandise. Even though I have not started yet, I will eventually get to it. Thank you guys again for watching this video, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one, and stay awesome as always. And also, one more thing, do not subscribe as well. This way you can get more feedback, and I'm being reminded. Thank you again for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll get you guys in the next video.